and we're here in Glade Spring, Virginia. Oh, been running around, wasn't paying attention to time here. So, if you could, before we get started, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification button for any upcoming videos I drop. So, anyhow, it's Monday night here. I left yesterday, knocked out 7 stops, and how many miles did I put in today? Is the question. Put in 447 today and 644 yesterday. So I got 80% of the trailer unloaded. I got 3 stops left tomorrow, and then pick up some product to head back to the yard. So got some good news last week, but I can't share that at this point, and it's gonna be good coming up. So with that, it just happened to be at the right time. Last week, on my way back in, Thursday was it? Yeah, Thursday was it Thursday morning? So there was a bad accident on I-75 in Ohio, just north by the St. Mary's exit by US 33, so that mile marker 113. So Amazon truck flipped over, there was a fatality, shut the highway down, and I sat there for an hour and 20 minutes on I-75. I was 2 miles from the exit. So with the CB, there was a few of us because people were saying, "Oh, who's got a radio out here? What's going on?" It is crazy what it was like last Thursday. And this was, in the morning, just before sunrise. And I sat there watching the sun rise until I got off the exit. But back in the, I want to say 25 years ago, the CB was blowing up day and night. And you could hardly get anyone to reply. One guy had a good radio. Excuse me. Came across loud and clear and crisp. So one of the other guys, "Hey driver, what kind of radio is that?" So he ended up having a Striker 497. I looked into it. Went to their site and just put together a package. So I'm gonna wait till the end of this week, but I think I'm gonna pull the trigger on a new Striker CB mic, and they have a performance upgrade tune for that. So I'm gonna have them do all that, and a Striker antenna. So just to get everything to match. So it looks like that may be coming, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet. But it's in the cart on the wish list to be pulled. I want to do a little research this week before I go forward with that. So as I said, I've been posting last week. Two of my co-workers took upon themselves. One took Friday off. The other one had to come in and work because I was short on hours. I was supposed to cover that route. But both of them have diesel pickups, gooseneck trailers. They loaded up supplies from 2 places in Michigan, Howard City and Eaton Rapids, and caravan with some others down to Glade, North Carolina to bring supplies. Hay, like a whole a gooseneck trailer full of hay bales, sorry. Whether it's clothes, food, personal hygiene stuff, it was just everything. And I think they got more shell-shocked once they got down there, and I put the comments they wrote, the pictures, I couldn't put on the community page, but on the community page of this channel, I posted what they had said and saw. And we'll get into some of that. Basically, it's worse than the media has portrayed it. It is that death toll is nowhere near what they had said. They're not saying much because of next of kin, but these gentlemen down there speaking with the locals, as of then, they're in that one county, 9,000 people missing and or dead from the hurricane and the floods. 9,000. That's one county. That's not including all the other counties that got affected. So, there's more to be said, more to come through as time prevails and more people come forward. And the government is definitely not doing anything. That's what everyone's saying down there, and that's what we're saying up here, and I'm saying it too. The government is purposely not putting an effort forward to help any of these residents. And I've said that about Lahaina in Hawaii, East Palestine, and now this here in Asheville, Chimney Rock, and such areas of North Carolina. Our government is being reluctant purposely for their betterment of power and control over us and a land grab. They would rather send money over to these crap hole countries, and that I don't give two shits about. Lastly on this, because I'm not going to get into this rant, one of the guys that drove down there sent me a thing about an hour before I went live here, and it said that from a person down there, and I put that on the community page too. So someone's friend was in the National Guard down there. They were first activated to be deployed for the residents there, which the National Guard is on standby in every state to help with state emergencies such as that. They were mobilizing and getting ready to go out, and then called back, or told to stand down, and they were not to go out because they didn't have the funding to do it. Crock of shit. So that all said, I have to say that some of you woke people and many of you boomers, you need to wake up and realize the government will purposely put the dirt on your grave and bury you alive, as they did to those folks. They got buried alive. The government's doing it on purpose. You need to wake up. Just checking my lights here. You need to wake up and realize our government is out to bury us alive. And it's all about land grab, taking our assets, and having control over those that will survive and want to sustain in their crazy society. So we need to wake up, we need to push back, and we need to start fighting against our own government. Our own government is our own evil. It's like you don't know the toxicity of why you're not advancing in life, why you're struggling, when you finally can wake up and realize it's not the environment and it's not the people, it's the people like your family that is close to you that has been holding you back, and were the most toxic people that ever let you move forward to be successful. And that's what the government is. You think they're here for us, they're not. And you need to understand that. And if you don't like that, hey, fine, move on. But when the time comes and this devastation that's happened to these cities happens to you, do you want friends like my coworkers that come out and bring supplies? Or are you just going to stand there in a devastated land in the area and just wait around and twiddle your thumbs with no power, no water, no food, and no clean clothes, and nobody's coming to help? And yet they're knocking on your door wanting more for countries overseas. So we need to wake up. We need to realize They're doing us dirty. This is not good, and we need to be very conscious and start getting aggressive. And also, during times as such, like that hurricane in North Carolina, FEMA can come in and basically, if the family down the road is not as better off as you, and you're better off than the family down the road, they feel, they're saying this, that the FEMA has the power to come in and take your assets, your house, your food, and distribute it to the people that are less fortunate. So be prepared for that. It'll be a cold day in hell, but you got to understand what's coming. I am predicting, and I hope I'm wrong, 2025 is, we're going to have war on the U.S. soil for 2025. So you don't like it, you don't like hearing it, this isn't probably the place for you to get a reality check and understand what is here, what is going to happen. But if you want to sit behind your video games and TV and sports and feel warm and cozy, like everything's going to be fine, the government has us, I feel so bad that you're going to get taken advantage of, and you're either going to follow lockstep into what they tell you to do, or you can be someone like me and be prepared to fight back. So that's what I've got to say tonight. We got something good coming up. I want to give it at least 3 weeks out before I can say anything and reveal anything. But yeah, the Striker radio, that will be that's on standby and ready. I just gotta take a look at a few things this week, and then because we got a big surprise coming here soon. So I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm not gonna make this very long, but I just wanted to get the word out from my coworkers and what they saw. And if you're just going to sit back in some other parts of the country and just take the word of the mainstream media, then I have something to say for you. Get in your car like they did. They left work Friday, drove down over the weekend, came back last night home. They're back in the semis themselves working today. Get on a plane, get in a car, go down there, see what you can do to help, and see what happened. Otherwise, all I have to say is, if you got something negative to say, just shut the hell up until you're there. I'm taking word from these folks. They're taking pictures. They've been there. They saw that. And all I can do is support them because I know it's real. I'm down here in Virginia. I am probably an hour and a half from Charlotte, North Carolina right now where I sit. And most of the people I've delivered to, yes, that stuff went down. People have died. And the government's not going to do anything on the American soil to help any of us through any disaster that is now coming forward from here on out. So until next time, stay safe, continue educating yourself. Knowledge is learned and not taught, and we will see you all in the next video.